Yeah, I started an intro, and the mic was off. I am Patinator, and this is Legends of Runeterra. And today, I'm going to show you a deck that has very few expensive cards in it. That means it counts as a budget deck, and that's Demacia and Ionia Elusive. If you don't know what Elusive is, I am going to tell you. Let's take a look at one of those Elusive cards so we can hover over it. Elusive can only be blocked by an Elusive unit. Do you know what that means? That means your attacks will resolve pretty much the way you expect, because only a very specific subset of units can block you. Now, Elusive units can still be targeted, they can still be handled by other ways, but Elusive means that your opponent has one less option to block your attacks with. Now, that said, an Elusive deck is not necessarily an all-in aggression deck. You still have to measure your attacks. You still have to figure out whether it's time to go all in or to take a step back and figure out, am I best suited waiting for a better opportunity to strike? Many decks are actually faster at applying damage than this deck. Your power is in having a strategy that requires a very narrow response. With an Elusive deck, you remove most combat phases as a way to slow down the game, since slower decks are not likely to have Elusive units to block with. They need challengers to hunt down your Elusive units or special cards. Let's take a look at the deck. Fleet Feather Tracker. 1/2/1. When you summon another ally, grant me Challenger. This is a good card. It's 2/1, first of all, which means it can take down some 2-drops and maybe even some 3-drops. Secondly, it usually has Challenger, because you're probably going to summon another ally at some point. I hope. So you can snipe a Zed that doesn't have a buff. Inspiring Mentor. 1/1/1. Play, grant an ally in hand +1/+1. Now, this doesn't look like that amazing a card until you realize it offers, for the low cost of 1 mana, 2 attack and 2 defense of stats. Not immediately, of course, but it puts it in a safe place in your hand. And it combos very well with several things, which we'll point out as we go to the cards. Green Glade Duo. 2/2/1. When you summon an ally, give me +1/+0 this round. Great offensive tool. You don't need to summon the ally from hand for it to apply +1/+0. Zed, who spawns an ally, for example, does trigger the Green Glade Duo's ability, which means extra punches. Also, it's elusive. Navari Conspirator. 2/3/2 Elusive. To play me, recall an ally. Recall means to put an ally back into your hand. Wait, what's this? Let's look at that again. Inspiring Mentor. You can put that back into your hand, and then you can play it again to buff another unit. See, the thing with Navari Conspirator is that it's good. Yeah, you can bounce back an Inspiring Mentor to buff another unit to push other units that you have out of removal range. Deny, free cost, special card, fast, stop a fast spell, a slow spell, or a skill. It's a flex card. It's the reason I only have 2 of these is because you really don't want more than 2. At free, it feels like it pops up too many. You might have a better experience running free denies, but personally, I thought that free was too much. 2 is just right. You're not there to stop all of the spells. You're there to stop a very specific subset of spells, like a Devastating Judgment or something that removes a unit from your board when you have no units in hand, and all you have on your board is potentially the only thing you'll see for the rest of the game. Keep in mind that you're not gonna stop a lot of attack buffs or defense buffs even with deny, as most attack and defense defense buffs are actually burst, which deny cannot stop. Have I mentioned how much I love Laurent Protege because it's free 2/4 Challenger? Because it's well statted, it can hunt down important units, and it's hard to kill. It's a hard stop unit. People see this unit and they think, what am I gonna play now? Because it's gonna get hunted down. Shadow Assassin, free 2/2 Elusive. When I'm summoned, draw 1. Just a good card. It's overstated. It's free cost, has an ability, Elusive, 2/2, and it draws a card. It replaces itself. And Twin Disciplines, not really a big fan of this card. I just put it in because I needed something to put in. There's another card that's better, which we will discuss in the possible replacements section. But for now, Twin Disciplines free burst. Give an ally +3 attack or +3 defense this round. It's strictly okay. I like combat tricks in this game. Combat tricks in this game are game-changing, especially if you can use them well on the defense and deny them a kill or deny them damage or remove an attacker or potential blocker from their side of the board while on their attack. It's just devastating. Twin Disciplines can give you that. Oh, Zed. I'd have a third Zed if I could. Free cost. Quick attack champion. Free 2. Attack, create a living shadow with my stats. It's just another Zed that has his stats. Hello. So if you boost the Zed with, say, an Inspiring Mentor, the shadow, the living shadow, will also have those attacks. Keep in mind that the living shadow is ephemeral, and does not have quick attack. However, it's still another attacker. It still triggers Green Glade Duo, And if you level him up, it's not a big change. He gets +1/+1/+1, which is okay. Zed might be your primary target for Inspiring Mentor. Putting him at 4 free, and he has quick attack, makes him almost unstoppable in the offense if you have odd initiative. It also removes him from a lot of basic removal. It puts him out of avalanche range. It keeps him from getting hit with a mystic shot, forcing a narrower range of response. If you can get 2 Inspiring Mentors on him, he becomes 5/4 and pretty much impossible to kill outright. Don't consider Zed as core of the deck. Don't even think about him as your hero or champion. He is an efficient unit with an efficient ability that can force damage onto Venexus, because if they don't block either Zed or the Living Shadow, he immediately becomes a gigantic unit. Think of him as a pressure play. Kinku Lifeblade, probably my favorite card right now. 4 cost, 2 free, elusive, fine. But it's also lifesteal. Damage this unit deals heals its nexus by that amount. This does not need to deal damage on offense or on the nexus. It just needs to deal damage to anything. So if you can get a safe block, you get 2 points. If you can hit their nexus, it's a 4-point swing. 2 damage from their nexus, 2 plus health to your nexus. That's not how English works. Laurent Bladekeeper, or as we like to call him, Laurent Filler. And 4, 2 free, play, grant an ally +2/+2. The weird thing about this, it's a side note, but I'm pretty sure his ability doesn't go on the stack. It's not a skill, because there's no skill card associated with it. It counts as a burst, which means they can't sneak a damage effect through to cancel the Laurent Bladekeeper's effect. Pretty sure that's how that works. At least that's how I've seen it work every now and then. What's important is the buff. You give a buff to a elusive target, and all of a sudden you have a very difficult to kill unit that they cannot block. Put it on a Kinku Lifeblade, and all of a sudden you're swinging the game 8 points in your favor with each attack to their dome. 4 damage to their nexus, 4 health to yours. You cannot overheal your nexus, by the way. Riposte. 4 burst. Give an ally +3/+0 and barrier this round. It's expensive, but for what it gives you, it's really good. Barrier ensures that without an additional effect, your unit will probably live. The +3 attack also ensures that you can use it to defend against kill effects that count Verster. You can use it for enormous reach on the defense and enormous reach on the offense should they have a surprise blocker. Though you're more likely to use this for defense. This is Repost's smaller brother, Spirit's Refuge. Refuge, not Refuge. That's not how it's pronounced. 4 burst. Give an ally barrier and lifesteal this round. This is a number stalling card. I found myself having difficulty dealing with smaller, wider decks whose boards I could not control. And Spirit's Refuge appeared to be the answer. Now, this is one of the more replaceable cards, I know, but it's a stalling card. It's something that buys you time to set up your board to grind away at your opponent. I think it's very replaceable. However, it does serve a role, and it is to slow down a game that's going too fast for you. And there will be games where the game is going too fast for you. If you've noticed, our units don't have a lot of stats. We're not very big, and we don't have a lot of direct control. If we cannot control the opposing board, what we can do is ensure we don't die on the way to establishing our presence, to stabilizing. Spirit's Refuge does do that. Will of Ionia. 4 special fast. Recall a unit. You can recall your unit or an enemy unit. Both are amazing options. If you need to get rid of a elusive blocker, Will of Ionia is good. If you need to keep yourself alive because they played a big boy and attacked with it in that same turn, Will of Ionia is good. Not so good that I had 3 of them. It is an expensive spell, but still good enough. It's a very flexible card. I also don't know what the art is. Let's take a look. I still don't know what the art is. Back to back. 5 burst. Give 2 allies +3/+3 this round. Amazing combat trick that can win you entire games if played correctly. 6 stats for 5 mana is good. Split between 2 units that can end up eliminating enemy units. Good. It can even allow your units to survive, allowing for a counter attack in the next turn. Good. It's very flexible, very strong, and that's why it's a 5-cost special card. Also, only 2 of them. You could bump it up to 3 by removing Spirit's Refuge. That's probably not a bad idea, but it is also still expensive. The Empyrean. 7, 6/5, elusive. This is our only epic card. I believe the starter set only gives you 1 Empyrean, possibly a second one, I'm not sure. The important is you can even run with 1. Very few of my games were decided by having an Empyrean. It is just a top-end finisher. It doesn't do anything special. It's 6/5 for 7, elusive. Also, it's a cute little dragon. Alright, let's take a look at a few replacements you might consider. Really, on the champion side, I feel that there's not a lot to add. There's no real champion that synergizes with them. Lucian likes people dying. Fiora, we don't have any protection for Fiora, any way for her to challenge multiple units. Zed is probably the only thing I'm willing to add. A third Zed. Radiant Strike, 1 burst, given ally +1/+1. I feel it's a good addition because it allows your unit to live. It gives them a way to block without costing you a block, because burst will resolve before you have to declare blockers. allowing you to block a fearsome unit that they weren't expecting you to be able to block. And it's cheap. It's one cost. If you miss your first turn, you get a Radiant Strike somewhere down the line. It's just good. Silent Shadows here. Elusive. Ephemeral. Next is Strike. Create a copy of me in hand. It's 2 cost, free 1. I really like this card. It might be ephemeral, but it also creates more of itself if you can score a shot in the Nexus. That said, it is kind of limited. If you are on the defense on turn 2, it's probably not playable. You can stop an attack with it, but you also might just be throwing away a card with Silent Shadows here. But the ability to create more things to play out that technically did not cost you a card cannot be underestimated. It's a great anti-control tool because they will still need to deal with that somehow or block units with it. And if they don't, you get even more of them, creating even more value as well as aggression, which I can tell you, control probably does not like. Ooh, Vanguard Redeemer. Almost forgot about our free cost, free friend. When I'm summoned, draw a unit when ally died this round. Sometimes you just need to reload the hand. Sometimes you're facing a lot of control, and Vanguard Redeemer can help you recover from a bad wipe or a bad combat turn. No matter how well you play, bad turns are going to happen. Not because you got outplayed necessarily, but because that was the correct line of play, and they happen to have the answer against the correct line of play. You can't keep second-guessing yourself. You can't keep assuming that the opponent has an answer to what you can do. All you can do is look at what you know, look at what you need to accomplish, whether that's to slow the game down or not, or to make it faster, and play accordingly. So that's it. That's the deck. Of course, I believe I'm going to remember to add that screen, but if I didn't, the description, not the description, the deck code is in the description below, so you can try to copy it yourself. It's really cheap. It's really good. Enjoy the gameplay. Please consider subscribing if you have enjoyed the video. And you can also follow me at twitch.tv/PatinatorTV because that's where I stream Legends of Runeterra. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Patinator. We can do better. No, kitty. Oh, okay. She's not chewing on a wire. That's okay. Just like chewing on plastic. And show me your butt. It's weird. Oh, I know that build. League of Top. Wow. Top or feed? Or is that mid or feed? Alright, let's find Inspiring Mentor, friend. Okay, we found another Inspiring Mentor. I guess that's a friend. I could buff the Inspiring Mentor. Oh, no, never mind. We're gonna make Super Zed. Actually, if it's not a good idea with Ionia, we got stuns for days. We're probably gonna play this in 4. Actually, we're almost certainly gonna play that in 4. I think 5 is important for the Braum. There's also a world wherein attacking with the Inspiring Mentor first was correct, because that's the only way we can sneak that 1 damage through, because we're never gonna do that, yeah. So it's a Battlesmith deck. It's an elite deck. So we're gonna need our snipes. That guy's gonna be a problem. I'm just gonna take that. It's tough. It's big. I am gonna take return to play Zed to run into to try to emphasize our attack next round. He's got a trick. Does he have 5? He has 5. Let's see what he does. A trick might destroy us. But I think we need to push. And if he doesn't play anything, I might pass. I might just attack with this. That's pretty good. So we can't chase that guy down anymore, so we're just gonna do this. Apply gentle pressure to his face. He has a +1/+1. We have some problems. That's such a okay card. I might remove Twin Disciplines for that. Now, the good news is we can kill that now. Excellent. We can recall a Garn if he tries it. His board is significantly better than ours, making this not that great a hand to have right now. Oh, shit. play it. Let's see what he does.
My journey continues.
Alright, enjoy. I couldn't chase it down. An odd view would have been very different.
I'll turn the tide.
How do I get out of this one? Interesting.
In the name of our land.
I wonder if he has another trick for this. Yeah, the +1/+1 is enough. We're gonna replace that. It's too expensive.
My sweet one.
He's got command of the board. What do we do about the cat? What do we do about that? You might get a Sifrier. I might want to wait to bounce that one on attack rather than bouncing it immediately as a response. Right, kitty? She's now the star of the show. Camera centered on her. Right, Kit Kat? I gotta clean your face. Oh, who likes chin scratches? It's you. Oh, you got real big. I said that she was the baddest bitch in that deck. And you know what? I stand by that.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
I need to stop that card. Actually, he can.
Run them through. Pause it there. Strike for the balance. I go on.
Haha, not you. Fuck. Get out. He might still have a combat trick, but we're running out of options. We need to start swinging higher and higher. I also don't have free attack, which is rather shocking. That's perfect. This might be the best hand for us. I mean, we're getting real good at stalling. It's just not going anywhere. Like, we don't have a top end to stall into. This is one of those weird situations where Sifir is correct. Ah, it's grabbed my hand. She owns it now. Each round your mana fills. Perfect. So that's not lethal yet. It could be lethal. You could have a deny backing it up. Should not have done that in that order.
I sense fear. Eyes open.
So I can do this block. I think that's fine. Spending that is fine. So that's okay. That turned out alright. I think I do need to snipe it earlier, rather than play the Empyrean and then go.
Strike for the balance.
I know it's a little late, but we still got there. That judgment was uncalled for. He could have waited for us to do something and we would have lost. Alright, now we gotta play D. We are at max health. We're in a good spot. We just need to find a way to finish past the Garen and the Zed.
We fight for those who cannot.
Perfect. If he doesn't have the deny, we're in a good spot. But we also need him to not have a challenger.
Break their ranks.
He might have a second one, which is fine. Am I willing to lose that? To stop the Garen? Because we can respond to the Garen to a judgment with riposte. I think we do. We're so far behind. I think we need to take the risk that our... Oh no, it's burst. Never mind. That's always going to work out. I mean, we could get brought down to 4 conceivably. If he has 2 back-to-backs. I mean, if he has 2 back-to-backs, I think we die. Yeah, it's fine.
Demacia will.
It's burst, never mind. I thought it was fast.
The order rewards its faithful.
Ooh, back-to-back is important if he tries to run something into us. Pass. Alright. This is the most important card. Zed's less important, but I think I do need to snipe it in case he gets extra attackers off it. We don't want that. So we have lethal-ish. Because he can't declare a defender. Actually, we just have lethal, period. Wow, okay. If we can't declare a defender, he can't use a lot of in-combat abilities, which is why we did that. I want more cards. I know this is gonna get refreshed tomorrow, and I can throw more money at it, but I missed the first set of cards, which puts me a little behind in deck building. Alright, a pile. Ish. Endgame is better. Tryndamere, I have no answer for Tryndamere. We have evens, we have odds. This is fine. Actually, I don't think I was gonna find room to play that card. Perfect.
Give me a sweet bun.
I'll give you a sweet bun. In your face. What?
I'll show you how it's done.
I'll show them all. Okay, I gotta check these stats to see if we have time to keep recording this locally. Yeah, we do. Okay, I think I need...
Approaching the battlefront.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad.
The Yordle here's with me.
I have no doubt that he has the +1/+1. Okay, I will taste steel. I'm so afraid of dealing with that card. That's the card that held us for so long a while ago.
Break their spirits and their souls.
I will attack next play. And I might pass next round. Because we have a burst or post to try to maintain our... Please don't duel me. Please don't duel me. Please don't duel me now. Okay, that's okay. No, it's not. Alright, so he has no tricks, so I'm gonna go for control instead.
No regrets.
1 is not an easy number for them to get in direct damage. So now I have to play units again. I am forced into committing to the board. Ish. I'll commit this and the Green Glade duo. Let's see if he has another one. I think I might pass. Yep. Kinku gives us a way to defend. If he tries to avalanche, I can just drop the riposte. If he had a second avalanche and I played this, the game would end right there.
For those who cannot.
Okay, so he's got 3 mana active.
The advantage is mine.
It's super risky to try to pull him into a fight. So I'm not going to. Because right now, our board state is so fragile. All we have requires our units to live. if we play into something that blows us out, we lose instantly. Because we have no way of recovering with the hand that we have. So we gotta play it little back. We're playing little back. Yeah! The fuck is that? No! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Your single combat has failed you. You have fallen right into my trap that I didn't even mean to do.
Demacia will prevail.
That was extra bad for him. Because we got the kill, and we got the bonus damage. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so how do we stop that? We have 6. We're probably going to use back-to-back as a defensive play. Would Deny backing us? He's going to attack. I'm going to use the back-to-back.
This will not take long.
He might have a buff for it, but that's okay. God, tricks are in a game, son. Oh, we're very tricky. So now I can develop this with the Deny backing it. We are running out of cards, though. We are running out of tricks. Playing this 2 will only add 2 damage to our overall. It will shorten the clock by a turn, which might make it worth it. But I feel this is far safer. We're also super healthy. What does he have for us now? If he has a big unit, we die. If he has an avalanche, I will counter it. He's already played 1. That's good. Might not see a second one. The fuck is this? The fuck are those?
They cannot strike what they cannot.
Let's present lethal.
Soldiers, to me!
That's fine. I mean, I can take their hits. So far, I can take the beating that is to come. I need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I figure I need to commit these 2 to guarantee lethal next round. And I only have 1 Deny protecting me. And these have lost value to me. Okay, that's all of a sudden very bad. Not all of a sudden. I guess it's been bad for a while. Because at 8, 9, 9 plus 6, 15, 16, 17. If he has... No, he doesn't have the buff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs a wipe spell to get through us, and he doesn't have it. So what I'm... Yeah. I'm gonna accept all of this. I'm not gonna block any of it. Nah, I might block this. I don't need that card. Just in case it goes wrong next round.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
I think we're good. That was unnecessary. We should not have played that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Strike for the balance.
Technically, this is... No, it reduces the amount of bad things he can do to us. I was thinking of playing the Laurent Bladekeeper first. And whatever... He needs 2 cards. He needs 2 specifically special cards to get him out of the jam. Okay. If he had more... Yeah, because if we let him play, he could also develop a unit that could present a threat. This way, we limited the number of threats he could give us. Oh, questionable. Magic number is 3. Magic number is 4, however. At 3, it's... Oh, this is great. This is actually amazing. Protecting the challenger is probably best. Am I on... Oh, I'm in evens. It's going to be a little bit rougher. I'll protect the protege. Yep, that guy can go ahead and kill us. Because this makes a lot of attacks bad for them. Attack. I'm not gonna block it. I cannot block it. Bad things happen if we block it. Yeah, you just see the cat butt. Welcome to the show. It's the cat butt show.
Time for a leap of faith.
I wonder if they also have... We don't have as many elusives, so we can kind of sneak some damage through. That's why we put this on here, because it blocks fearsome. Alright. I might stay at 2. And start pinging them away. I'll take it. That informs his move though, which is bad for us. But it'll have to do. Since I have a riposte...
Run them through.
If I had to pull a unit, that's the one I'd pull. I can safely play Inspiring Mentor. Forgot to go. What is that? Oh no, he's playing 2 cards. Oh no. Oh no, he's playing 2 cards. Okay, here's a deal. Do I want to keep this alive or do I want to keep this alive? No, one of them will die. I just have to decide which one. This applies more damage to his face, but it's smaller, so I think I'm going to protect this. Good card. Great card, that one. It's like a slightly stronger, more limited version of our duel. It does arrest our development. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is play this into our Laurent protege. Because it hurts him. Oh, that could be real bad for him. That's real bad for me. Excuse you. Us not killing his units has been kind of hurting his feelings. I am forced into blocking that, though he's already getting a lot of value out of it. It's his attack, right? I'll pass. Okay, new plan. Z pressure. Because at no point did I need to push him there.
I stand for Noxus.
I kind of want to let that one go. I think I'll play into that later. So now I'll just play Laurent and start removing his units. I'm not going to play Ionia. I'm going to play Ionia next round to block that. Right now I am playing Control. I mean, he can try to wipe those 2. Is that okay? That's probably okay. And the card advantage is ours. What could he have, though? Oh, okay. Cool. So from here, he can kill that. That's fine. One of them's still alive. It's on the wings of love, don't you know? Spear? We haven't seen a spear all game. Huh. Sure. I didn't expect Zed to matter all that much. He's going to attack and I'm going to just bounce it up and try to wipe his board from here. How committed do we want to be to this board? Oh, if I had one more mana, this would be a completely different world. That's fine. Absolutely fine.
The dark beckons.
Excellent. Alright, let's get to work. 4, he might have... No, he doesn't have a remove. I want to kill and survive.
This is my opponent. This will not take long.
No. That's fine.
I lost.
I lost? That's such a good card. I'll commit to this. I don't think they have wide sweepers. Well, they might, but I want the pokes on. I want the pokes going.
Come closer.
Shit, I can't stop Elise. That's fine. I might be able to stop Elise later.
Says you.
Oh, now I can stop Elise.
Change into something more comfortable.
So with that, I need to immediately attack.
They have 2 challenges.
Run them through. Aha.
I want to remove his units. Limit his overall power. Two cards, not likely to have a buff. Nobody is dead yet. He needs to kill and then have a black spear. I mean, now that I say that, it feels like this was a bad move. Shit. So 4 blockers. Hopefully that changes plans a little bit. He's going to have a 6/6, which is unfortunate, but we'll work around it. He should attack. I'm sure he's got some attack buffs. I need to go in. We have a recovery method in Shadow Assassin. So if we can get some good blocks, we should be okay. We need to trade. 5? Can you deliver 3?
Hold up.
You might be able to. But this is pretty low already.
Hang on, Zern.
My sweet button.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
The order rewards its faithful.
Deny is pretty good. Ish. I would like more attacks. This might be a snap attack, which is why I'm using our mana. If he has a board wipe, it's already done.
The Yordle here's with me.
Feels like he's got 2 events in hand. Shit, that's not good.
Let's move.
Need to hold. Need to apply a lot of pressure. 7 damage? Where do I find 7? More to the point, how do I survive a Darius? If it kills a lot of dudes, yeah, I'm gonna keep that alive. I know it's bait, but I cannot sit around thinking that he could have a way of dealing damage. Because this is what we have now. And it might be the only thing we'll ever have this game. So I need to keep it going. I also can't block that. I realize now our problem. I think we just lost.
These are dangerous.
Yeah, we just lost. Shit, fearsome. Oh, no, we didn't. Green Glade Duo. He could have just attacked. Alright, block.
Where are you going?
Have to block. I need 1 point of damage somewhere, man. I have to, because that's the only way to guarantee a kill. Well, cross your fingers.
Strike for the balance.
Yes, I can. Because now that's guaranteed lethal. Otherwise, it would have just not been guaranteed. It'd be just 6, and we would give him a turn. Oh, yes! Yes! We found a way! And it was by playing smart and thinking about our future actions, which is super rare for a person like me.